Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the WordBuddyAI podcast series. It is so great to be here with you today. I'm Irene.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex. You know, Irene, before we started recording today, I was looking at our community message board, and I saw a comment that really made me think.
Oh, really? I love reading those comments. What did the comment say? How did it make you feel?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was a little bit of a complaint. The listener wrote a message to us. They said, "You shouldn't say gonna or wanna. Teachers should speak proper English. Say going to and want to instead."
Oh, wow. Speak proper English. That is a very strong comment. How did you feel when you read that?
Well, to be totally honest with you, it made me feel a little sad. It reminded me how much pressure English learners feel to sound correct all the time. Sometimes it feels like people are trying to speak like a grammar textbook.
I completely agree with you. Grammar textbooks are great and we love grammar, but in the real world, people just do not talk like that. If you always use perfectly formal grammar with your friends, you might sound a little bit like a robot. How do you feel about that comparison?
Right. I think the robot comparison is perfect. Robots are very correct, but they do not have any feeling. We are trying to teach learners how to feel comfortable in everyday conversations. And in everyday English, we use relaxed words.
Exactly. And that leads us perfectly into today's topic. The primary title for today's episode is Small Phrases That Make You Sound Natural Without Advanced Grammar. We are going to teach you how to sound like a real person, not a textbook.
I am so excited for this topic. It makes me feel happy to help people sound more natural. But before we jump into that, we have a quick favor to ask you. If you enjoy our podcast, please take a second to subscribe and like this video.
Yes, please do. It helps us out a lot. And we have a question for you to answer in the comments today. Has anyone ever told you to speak properly? How did it make you feel? Did it make you feel nervous? Please let us know in the comments below.
We really love reading your stories. Okay, let's get into the main topic. So, what is a phrase that sounds grammatically correct but actually feels weird to native speakers?
Let me start with a little warm-up story. Last week, I was talking to a friend from my gym. He's learning English and he studies very hard. We finished a long, difficult workout. He looked at me, wiped his face, and said, "I am going to rest now."
Oh, wow. I am going to rest now. Okay, that sounds very serious. How did you react to that?
Well, as a matter of fact, I smiled a little bit. It was perfectly correct grammar, but it sounded very formal, like he was an actor in a very old, serious movie. In casual conversation, we just don't talk like that.
That is so true. It's like wearing a very fancy suit to the beach. The suit is nice, but it's the wrong place. If you wear a suit to the beach, everyone will look at you. If you use very formal English with your friends, they might feel a little confused. So what's a better way to say that?
In natural English, we use something called contractions and reductions. This means we push words together. So instead of saying, "I am going to," we just say, "I'm gonna." A much better way to say it is, "I'm gonna rest now," or even just, "I'm gonna take a break."
I'm gonna rest now. Yes, that sounds so much better. It flows very nicely. It doesn't sound stiff or rehearsed. It sounds like a real person talking.
Exactly. And this brings us to our quick fixes segment. We have 8 quick fixes for you today. These are small, easy changes that will make you sound so much more natural. You do not need to learn any difficult grammar to use these.
I am so ready for this. What's the first quick fix?
We actually just did the first one. Number 1 is changing the very formal "I am going to rest now" into "I'm gonna rest now." It is all about combining those words.
Right, when you say going to, it becomes gonna. I use gonna all the time. It is very common in real life. Okay, what is phrase number 2?
Number 2 is about saying thank you. Many learners want to be very polite, so they say, "I thank you very much for this." Again, it is not wrong, but it feels a bit heavy for everyday life. What is your favorite way to say thank you to a friend?
I like to keep it simple. If my friend gives me a cup of coffee, I do not want to give a big speech. A great upgrade is simply saying thanks a lot or thanks so much. It's short, friendly, and very natural. I remember one time a student said, "I thank you very much for this pen." It felt too big for just a pen.
I totally understand that feeling. Thanks a lot is perfect for small things. Okay, let's look at number 3. How about when you want to share a fun fact or some exciting news? A lot of people say, "Did you know that?" which is okay, but we have a better phrase.
Oh, I know this one. Instead of a long sentence, you can just say, guess what? Or you know what? I remember when my sister got a new puppy. She called me on the phone and shouted, guess what? My heart started beating fast. I was so excited to hear her news. It makes the listener feel excited.
I feel exactly the same way. Guess what grabs your attention? It feels very friendly and conversational. Now, number 4. This one is about the phrase there is.
Ah, yes. For example, someone might say, there is a coffee shop near my house.
Exactly. But to sound natural, we use contractions. We push the words together. So we say, there's a coffee shop near my house.
There's a coffee shop near my house. It is such a small change, but it makes a huge difference. If you say there is, it sounds like you're reading a book. There's sounds like you're talking to a friend.
Number 5 is very similar to our first rule about gonna. It's about the phrase want to.
Oh, right. Want to becomes wanna.
Yes. So instead of saying, I want to go to the store, you say, I want to go to the store. I use this every single day.
I want to go to the store. It is much easier to say too. Your mouth doesn't have to work as hard. You can speak faster.
It really is easier. And that leads to number 6. What if you're asking a question, like, do you want to watch something?
Do you want to watch something? That feels very formal, stiff like our robot friend again.
Exactly. To make it natural, we push it all together. We say, do you want to watch something?
Do you want to watch something? Wow, that's fast. But it's exactly how native speakers talk in casual conversation. If you listen to native speakers, you'll hear this all the time. We're not teaching you to speak like a grammar textbook. We want you to feel comfortable in the real world.
Exactly. Okay, 2 more quick fixes. Number 7, imagine your friend is not coming to a party. You might say, he is not coming today.
Let me guess, we need to use a contraction here too.
You got it. We combine he and is, so it becomes, he's not coming today.
He's not coming today. It sounds so much more relaxed. It flows better.
And our last quick fix, number 8, let's look at the phrase, I do not think so. It sounds very strong. It can even sound a little angry. How can we fix it?
We can use a contraction again. Instead of do not, we say don't. So it becomes, I don't think so. It softens the sentence. It makes you sound polite, not angry.
I agree. These high-frequency chunks of language are so important for communication. They help you sound fluent even if you're just thinking about what to say next. It gives your brain a little break.
Now let's move on to our next segment. We're going to talk about common mistakes. And one of the biggest mistakes is direct translation from your native language.
Oh, direct translation. That means taking words from your native language and changing them to English word by word. Why do you think people do that? How does it make them feel?
I think it makes them feel safe. They know the rules of their own language, so they just copy them. But every language is different. You cannot just copy and paste.
It is true. Think about language like cooking a meal. You have a recipe. If the recipe says to use sugar, you can't just use salt. Yes, sugar and salt are both white, they look the same, but they do very different things. If you put salt in a cake, it will taste terrible.
That is a perfect analogy. Salt and sugar look the same, but the result is terrible. When you translate directly, the grammar might look okay, but the meaning or the feeling is completely wrong.
Yes, for example, in some languages you say, I have 20 years to talk about your age. But in English, we say, I am 20 years old. If you say, I have 20 years, people will not understand you.
Exactly. Or sometimes people translate fillers from their language. A filler is a word like you know, or like. If you use a filler from your native language while speaking English, it can really confuse the listener.
Right. In English, we use natural fillers like, well, speaking of, or anyway, or, well, to tell you the truth. If you want to sound natural, learn the English fillers.
I remember when I was learning a bit of Spanish, I tried to translate the English phrase, well, to be totally honest with you, word by word into Spanish. The person looked at me like I was crazy. It did not make sense in their language at all.
That is a great story. It shows why we need to learn small English phrases that we memorize as one piece. We just remember the whole chunk. Speaking of practice, let's do our role play segment. We're going to show you a casual situation and a work situation.
Awesome. I love role plays. Let's start with the casual situation. We are two friends meeting at a cafe. I'll start. Ready?
Ready.
Hey, it's so good to see you. Do you want to watch something later tonight? Oh, wait, I just used the formal way. Let me try again. Hey, good to see you. Do you want to watch something later tonight?
Thanks a lot for the invite. But guess what? I'm gonna rest tonight. I'm super tired from work.
Oh, well, to be totally honest with you, I am tired too. Let's just stay home and relax.
End of role play. That was great. We used do you wanna, thanks a lot, guess what, I'm gonna rest, and, well, to be totally honest with you,
It felt very relaxed and natural. Now, what about a work situation? Can we use these casual phrases at work?
that's a great question. You have to be careful. At work, you do not want to be too casual. You probably shouldn't say do you wanna to your boss. It might sound a little disrespectful.
Right, but you can still use contractions. Let's do a short role play. I'm the boss, and you're telling me about a problem.
Okay, I'm ready. I'll be the employee.
Hello, do you have the new sales report for me?
Well, speaking of the report, we have a small issue. There's a delay with the computers. The IT guy called and he's not coming today to fix them.
I see. Well, as you may already know, we really need that report by tomorrow morning.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna work on it from my laptop at home.
End of role play. So we still use natural contractions like theirs and he's, and we used gonna. Is gonna okay at work?
Yes, gonna is widely accepted in spoken English, even at work. People say it in meetings all the time. But if you're writing a formal email to a client, you should write the full words, going to.
That makes sense. Formal writing is different from speaking. Okay, it is time for our mini practice segment. We are going to give you a situation, and you, the listener, have to choose the best phrase.
I will give the first situation. Ready? Situation number 1. Your friend gives you a really nice birthday gift. Do you say A, I thank you very much for this? Or B, thanks so much?
I will give everyone 3 seconds to think. 1, 2, 3. I would definitely say B, thanks so much. It sounds warm, happy, and friendly.
Correct. Okay, situation number 2. You want to tell your friendly coworker a surprising fact about the company. Do you say A, did you know that? Or B, guess what?
3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. If it is a coworker and we are friendly, I would say B. Guess what? It builds a lot of excitement.
You are right again. Okay, last situation. This one is for our listeners to try. If you want to take a break after studying English for 2 hours, do you say A, I'm going to rest now? Or B, I'm going to rest now?
Think about it, listeners. Which one sounds more natural and relaxed? 1, 2, 3.
If you chose B, I'm going to rest now, you are correct. You are already sounding more like a native speaker.
Wow, time really flies when we are having fun. We are almost at the end of our episode today.
Yes, it is time to wrap up. We talked about so many great phrases today. We talked about contractions like wanna and gonna, and starting phrases like, well, to tell you the truth.
But remember, knowing these phrases is only the first step. There's a big difference between active learning and passive learning. Listening to our podcast is passive learning. It's like watching a video of someone riding a bicycle. You can watch bicycle videos all day, every day, but you still don't know how to ride.
That is such a good analogy. I love that. To really learn how to ride, you have to get on the bicycle. You have to pedal. You have to practice speaking. You have to be active.
Exactly. Stop studying in isolation and start speaking with confidence. If you want to practice what you learned today, you should join the WordBuddy.ai English community.
Yes, the WordBuddy.ai app is amazing. You can join the live speaking practice and our weekly interactive workshops. It's a safe and encouraging place to practice these small phrases with real people.
And you can use the WordBuddyAI tutor to help you build sentences and boost your fluency. It's a great tool. We also have fun events. You can join Tuesday Taco, where we have a weekly theme for you to discuss in our speaking rooms.
Oh, I love Tuesday Taco. And if you want something more casual, you can join our book club or just find a speaking partner in the town hall group. It's a full social ecosystem for English learners.
Thank you so much for listening today, everyone. Don't forget to comment your answer to our question below. Has anyone ever told you to speak properly?
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we'll see you in the next episode of the WordBuddy.ai podcast series. Bye!
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.